Take you back to 2002 when the first school income tax began. It was a 7-year income tax, and we collected from the year 2002 until the end of 2008 roughly $1 million a year. That was a significant income for a school district that has a total budget of about $5.5 million. 3 times before the income tax expired in 2008, 3 times beginning in 2007, issues were put on the ballot to replace the income tax that was expiring. Unfortunately, those attempts failed, and the income tax expired in 2008. We continued to run levies and finally passed a replacement income tax and earned income tax in May of 2010 that went into effect in January of 2011. And the reason I'm going through that is to explain that because the income tax expired in 2008 and the new one didn't start until 2011, we lost 2 years, 2009 and 2010. We did not collect on an income tax, and we lost $1 million each year on the revenue side of our budget for a total of $2 million. Because of that 2-year lag, we ran short on funds. So in the fall of 2010, we had to tell the state of Ohio that we were running out of money and needed to get an advance. School districts are not allowed to operate in the red. It's against the law. So the state moved in, put us into fiscal emergency, lent us $2.17 million in the fall of 2010. It's a no-interest advance or loan, same thing. And in doing so, they set up a fiscal oversight commission. It's a 5-member commission that oversees all of the expenditures of the district. They approve every purchase order. They approve every contract. The commission almost immediately asked us for a financial recovery plan. So the board had to create a financial recovery plan and then approve it and submit it to the commission, and that was approved in the winter of the 2010-11 school year. The commission said, okay, well, you're done with year 1. We would like another recovery plan, focus it in on year 2. So last summer, we created another recovery plan and approved it by our local board, and that was approved by the Fiscal Oversight Commission. And then something else happened. The state passed their biennium budget. It's a 2-year budget. Went into effect July of this past summer, July 2011. And they cut funding to schools, to public schools, to the tune in this district of about 3.5%, I think, when all was said and done. So that impacted our revenues, our income, because the state pays for roughly half of our revenues. The other half come from local taxes. And when we did our budget in October of this school year to reflect that reduced income, the commission, the Fiscal Oversight Commission, looked at it and said, wait a minute, your 5-year budget's not looking so good. In fact, it doesn't look like you're spending, it looks like you're spending more than you're taking in. And if you're spending more than you're taking in, how are you going to pay us back our $2.17 million? Of course, we had no answer to that. And so they said, we need a revised fiscal recovery plan. And we want it in 60 days. And that was early November that they told us that. So it was due January 9th. We looked at the budget, and in order to balance it and have a little bit of money left over to pay back the loan, we realized that we had to make some additional cuts this year beyond the $212,000 and we needed to make somewhere in the area of about $600,000 of reductions in our expenditures next year. In order to do that, you have to cut staff, and you have to cut some programs, and you have to do some things that are very uncomfortable because there isn't anything easy that's left to do.